Man, I just got home from work. I was not expecting, I guess I should have been expecting an update to the Diddy situation. I just don't think I was expecting what came out, right? The sheer amount of villainous behavior, the villainous charges against this man that came out. As you can see, there's the headline, right? He was charged with sex trafficking, also racketeering, and he was also denied bail, right? I saw that he was denied bail. He's not getting let out. And I'm gonna go through all these, just go through a more detailed breakdown of everything that happened here, because I made the video last night talking about it and reading some of this stuff. Oh, he's really the diddler. He really is the diddler. All right, this is a crazy fall. So let's not waste much time. I'm not even gonna do like my usual intro stuff. I'll save all that stuff to the end. Let's go ahead and jump into this right now. So, what we got here? This is from AP News. Sean Diddy Combs jailed by judge after sex trafficking indictment. All right. There's a bunch of stuff that they got from the raids. They found like guns. It's like video and stuff. All right. Let's start here. Sean Diddy Combs, the diddler, was headed to jail Tuesday to await trial in his federal sex trafficking case after a magistrate ordered him to be held without bail in a case that accuses him of presiding over a sordid empire of sexual crimes. The music mogul pleaded not guilty Tuesday to racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. He's accused of inducing female victims and male sex workers into drugged-up, sometimes days-long sexual performances dubbed freak-offs. Freak-offs, man, not the freak-offs. Apparently, these were things that the feds found when they raided his home, or his homes plural, in March. The indictment against him also alleges he coerced and abused women for years while using blackmail and shocking acts of violence to keep his victims in line. It refers obliquely to an attack on his former girlfriend, the R&B singer Cassie, that was captured on video. That's out there for you to see. Prosecutors wanted him jailed. His attorneys proposed that he be released on a $50 million bond, home detention with electronic monitoring. U.S. Magistrate Judge Robin Tarnofsky sided with the government. Combs, 54, took a long swig from a water bottle, then was led out of court without handcuffs. As he walked out, he turned toward family members in the audience. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent, his lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, said after court. As a start, he said he would appeal the bail decision. The Bad Boy Records founder is accused of striking, punching, and dragging women, which we saw in that video, throwing objects and kicking them, which happened in that video, and getting his personal assistants, security, and household staff to help him hide it all. Not guilty, Combs told a court, standing to speak after listening to the allegations with his uncuffed hands folded in his lap. Federal prosecutors called him dangerous. If you look at that video, he definitely is. Mr. Combs physically and sexually abused victims for decades. He used the vast resources of his company to facilitate his abuse and cover up his crimes. Simply put, he's a serial abuser and a serial obstructor, Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson told a court. She also said he had extensive and exhaustive history of obstruction of justice, including alleged bribery and witness intimidation. This is villain behavior. This is what you see in like mob movies and stuff. You know, in Gotham City. Agnifilo acknowledged Combs was not a perfect person, saying he used drugs and had been in toxic relationships, but was getting treatment and therapy. The evidence in this case is extremely problematic, the attorney told the court. He maintained that the case stemmed from one long-term consensual relationship that faltered amid infidelity. He didn't name the woman, but the details matched those of Combs' decade-long involvement with Cassie, whose legal name is Cassandra Ventura. The freak-offs, Agnifilo contended, were an expansion of that relationship and not coercive. Sure. Is it sex trafficking? Not if everybody wants to be there. Jesus, everyone wants. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure, pal, whatever you say. Agnifilo said, arguing that authorities were intruding on his client's private life. Prosecutors, however, said in court papers that they had interviewed more than 50 victims and witnesses and expect the number to grow. They said they would use financial, travel, and billing records, electronic data, and communications and videos of the freak-offs to prove their case. Bro, when they let these videos off in court, oh man. Combs nodded his head at times as lawyers spoke and occasionally leaned over to converse with them when they were not. The impresario, I never saw that word before, watched other parts of the proceeding expressionlessly, looking straight ahead. Combs was arrested late Monday in Manhattan, roughly 6 months after federal authorities conducted a sex trafficking investigation, raided his luxurious homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Conviction on every charge in the indictment will require a mandatory 15 years in prison with the possibility of a life sentence. Damn, he's facing life. If he gets every charge convicted, he is going 15 years. That's crazy. Or no, is it 15 years per charge? Because that would be crazy. Which, yeah, it might be, because there's only 2 charges, right? It's sex trafficking and racketeering, so that'd be like 30 years. Yeah, he's facing 30 years to life. Crazy. The indictment describes Combs the head of a criminal enterprise that engaged or attempted to engage in sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, drug offenses, kidnapping, arson, like burning down people's houses and shit. What the bribery and obstruction of justice. Combs associates wielded his power and prestige to intimidate and lure women into his orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship, the indictment says. It says he would then use force, threats, and coercion to get the women to engage with male sex workers in the freak-offs, elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated to during and often recorded, creating dozens of videos. Yeah, absolute nasty. He sometimes arranged to fly women in and ensure their participation by procuring and providing drugs, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and using intimidation and violence, according to the indictment. The events could last for days, and Combs and victims will often receive IV fluids to recover from the exertion and drug use. Good Lord. It said his employees facilitated freak-offs by arranging travel, booking hotel rooms, stocking them with such supplies as drugs and baby oil, scheduling the delivery of IV fluids, and cleaning the rooms afterwards. During the searches of Combs' homes earlier this year, law enforcement seized narcotics, videos of the freak-offs, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, according to prosecutors. They said agents also seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 AR-15s with defaced serial numbers. That's not good. 2 of them broken into parts in his bedroom closet in Miami. Goes down to Miami, huh? Just like Will Smith said in that one song. Miami. Welcome to Miami. Combs' lawyer said his client didn't own the guns at his house, noting that he employs a security company. So they're saying it's not his guns, security guns. Well, they could be using them to force people to do the freak off, man. Like, hey, you better get this shit going, man. I mean, I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. It's messed up. The indictment portrays Combs as a violent man who choked and shoved people, hit and kicked victims, and sometimes dragged them by their hair. Again, things we saw in that video. Causing injuries that often took days or weeks to heal. His employees and associates sometimes witnessed his violence and kept victims from leaving or tracked down those who tried. My God, this is real villainous, like mob behavior. It alleges that Combs sometimes kept videos of victims engaging in sex acts and used the recordings as collateral to ensure the women's continued obedience and silence. This is some like this just hit me. This is some like R. Kelly shit. This is the type of shit R. Kelly was accused of. Some of it. Some of this is worse, but like this is like on par with R. Kelly, and he's still in prison, right? I think. Combs gonna be joining them. Diddy and R. Kelly. They're gonna make a new. They're gonna make a prison album. He also exerted control over victims by promising career opportunities provided and threatening to withhold financial support, dictating how they looked, monitoring their health records, and controlling where they lived, according to the indictment. As the threat of criminal charges loomed, Combs and his associates pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, offering bribes and supplying false narratives of what happened, the indictment says. Court filing prosecutors accused Combs and identified co-conspirator of kidnapping someone at gunpoint a few days before Christmas of 2011 in order to facilitate a break-in at another person's home. My God, 2 weeks later, they wrote Combs set fire to someone's vehicle by slicing open his convertible top and dropping in a Molotov cocktail. What is this for GTA? What is this? What is this? What am I reading right now? All of this, prosecutors allege, was happening behind the facade of Combs' global music lifestyle and clothing business. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice, Manhattan-based U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said news conference Tuesday. Combs returned the key in June after Mayor Eric Adams requested, but you damn right, you better give me that shit back. You what the freak? What the hell? Give me that key back. Combs was recognized one of the most influential pimps. Yeah, he was one of the most influential figures in hip-hop before the allegations. Ventura Cassie filed a lawsuit saying she had been beaten and raped for years. He had beaten and raped her for years. Yep, she accused Combs coercing her and others into unwanted sex and drug-fueled settings. That suit was settled in one day, but months later, CNN aired the hotel security footage showing Combs punching and kicking Ventura, throwing her on the floor and dragging her. After the video aired, he apologized, saying, "I was disgusted when I did it." Yes, sure. Yes, sure, pal. The indictment refers to the attacks without naming Ventura, and Combs tried to bribe a hotel security staffer to stay mum about it. Yeah. Yeah. Diddy, it's over. It's over for you, player. It is over. All right, you will be joining. I who knows if he'll get the. They got videos though, man. They got the freak offs. I know you can play off the freak offs as being, oh, it was consensual, but like, it's over for him, man. They got the freaking 1,000 bottles of baby. It's over for him. He's going to prison. He is. He's going to prison. He's gonna join R. Kelly. They're gonna make a prison album, and that's just gonna be the end of Diddy. Who knows, man? I remember like when this first kicked off, there was like I saw like one headline that said, "Oh, Diddy might have had something to do with Biggie getting shot." I'm like, what the hell? What the? Who knows? Maybe they'll find that in here. But it's over for Diddy. It is over, man. Go ahead, hang it up. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me know your thoughts on all of this, man. What do you think of this situation, this developing situation here? Are you gonna be listening? It's gonna be crazy to know like all the different songs that he produced. But like I know some people when these things happen, like with the case of R. Kelly, right? They don't want to listen to the music anymore. You gonna be like that? You gonna be able to separate the two? There's some songs I've been listening to recently. I'm just like, it's a Diddy. It's a Diddy song. I can hear him on there doing the ad libs. I don't know about this. Yeah. So make sure when you're doing all that while you're commenting, because YouTube loves comments. Hit that thumbs up button. YouTube loves that as well. Also subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm on the road to 700 subscribers. All right, that's the next little mini goal. I'm trying to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. It is September right now, man. We got like time's running out, man. We got like 3 months left. 3 months left, man. So help me out, okay? Help me out there. Subscribe. Help me reach 1,000 by the end of the year. I'm trying to get monetized, man. I'm trying to get monetized. And also, man, hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. This is going to be important because not only do I do live, I go live, I do some gaming live, but because of this situation right here, because of this Diddy stuff, keep a lookout for Hard Time. The return of Hard Time with Diddy. I did Hard Time with Jonathan Majors before. I'm going to do a new Hard Time with Diddy. If I don't record it tonight, I'll record it tomorrow, but that will be coming out by this week. I will start the Diddy series in Hard Time. Because I think trafficking is in there as one of the crimes you can put. If not that, then I know prostitution definitely is. That kind of falls into that. So yeah, keep a lookout for the Diddler in Hard Time, man. It's going to be a fun series, I can tell you. I'm going to go until, I either get out or I die. So, look out for that stuff, man. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.